Good morning students. I am Mrs. Vidya Jadhav from the Sri Bhavani Vidyalaya Atpadi of Atpadi Education Society, Atpadi District, Sangli. Students, today we are going to learn the new topic in mathematics first, that is the arithmetic progression. In 10th standard, arithmetic progression is the new concept. It is in board examination. Weightage of that topic is nearly about 10 to 12 marks. In this topic, in arithmetic progression, we have to study sequence. Next point is the arithmetic progression. Next point, nth term of an AP, sum of nth term of an AP, and the last point, that is the application of an AP. First, we discuss about what is meant by sequence. Sequence, look here at blackboard. Here are some different arrangements of numbers. In first example, 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also tell the next terms. Next terms, that is the after 4, the next term is the 5, 6, in this way. These all are the natural numbers, set of natural numbers. In next example, 1, 3, 5, 7, next term is the 9, 11, because these all are the odd numbers, odd natural numbers. This is the set of odd natural numbers. In next example, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11. All these numbers are the prime numbers. This is the set of prime numbers. In next example, 1, 4, 9, 16. All these numbers are perfect squares. 1 is the square of 1, 4 is the square of 2, square of 3, and 4 square is 16. These are the perfect square. We can write the next term here, 25, 36, 49 in the same way. Next, fifth example, 2, 4, 8, 32. This is also a particular arrangement of numbers. Look here. Here is the 16. And the next term is the 32. Next number is double the first number. Here also 8 is double of twice of 4. In the particular arrangement, here also the numbers are arranged. In example, first to fifth, there are particular arrangement of numbers, and this particular arrangement of numbers is called as the sequence. In sequence, we can find the next terms also, and this arrangement is called as the sequence. Sequence means that the particular arrangement of numbers, that is the definite numbers are arranged in definite order. Here in that sequence, 1 is the first term, 2 is the second term, and terms are denoted by T1. First term is T1. Which is the first term? T1 is equal to 1. T2 is equal to 2. T3 is equal to 3. T1, T2, T3 are that the number terms in that sequence. We can write the some more terms also here. Here also T1 is the 1, T2 is the 2, third term T3, fourth term T4. In the same way, we write the all the terms in that sequence. Here also, first example, look here, 2, 4, 6, 8. These are the even numbers, even natural numbers. Now look here. Here next term is obtained by adding 2 in the previous term. That is the 4 is obtained by adding 2 added in 2. Look here. 2 plus 2 we get 4. Here also in 4 we add 2 we get 6. In 6 plus 2 we get 8. In each previous number we add 2, then we get the next number. In 2 we add 2, 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8. In this way a particular number is added in the previous number. Now here first term is the 3 and second term is also 3. Then in first term we add 0, we get the next term. Then here 3 plus 0 we get 3. Here also 3 plus 0 we get 3. That is the same number. Constant number is added in all the previous term, then we get the next number. Here, look here. Here first term is the 100 and second term is the 70. First term is the 100 and second term is the 70. In 100 plus minus 30 we get the 70. It means that we subtract the 30 from the 100. We subtract the 30 from the 100. But here I said that in 100 we add the minus 30, then we get the 70. Here also 70 plus minus 30 we get 40. That is the from 70 we subtract the 30, we get the 40. Here 40 minus 30 we get 10. That is the minus 30 is added. Then we get the 10. It means that the constant number is added in the previous number, then we get the next number, that is the next term. Here 1 cube means that 1, 2 cube that is the 8, 3 cube that is the 27 and 4 cube is the 64. In 1 plus 7 that is the 8. Here 8 plus 19 we get 70. Here not constant number is added, and it means that first 3 examples, that is the arrangement of the numbers, that is we say the sequence, first 3 sequence are different than the fourth one. And in the first 3 examples we add the particular number, that is the specific number, constant number. In the previous number we get the next term, that is the next number. First 3 examples are called as the arithmetic progression, because look here, difference between two numbers, difference between two terms. This is the first term, this is the second term. Look here, this is the T1, T2, T3, T4. Now T2 minus T1, T2 minus T1, that is the 4 minus 2, we get 2. T3 minus T2, we get also 2. T4 minus T3, we get also 2. And that is the difference. That difference is the same in all Therefore, that difference is called as the constant difference, and this difference is called as the common difference D. Common difference D, and D here, D is the 2. Common difference D. Here also common difference, that is the difference between two terms is the 0. Difference between these two terms is 0, and common difference D is equal to 2. Here T2 minus T1. 70 minus 100 we get minus 30, and here D is equal to 0. D is equal to 0. D is equal to minus 30. D is equal to minus 30. In first case, D is the constant. Second case also, D is the constant. Third case, D is the constant, that is the D is the same, and therefore these three examples are the arithmetic progression. The sequence in which common difference D is the constant, then the sequence is the arithmetic progression. How we can identify the arithmetic progression? We have the question for the 1 mark, that is identify the arithmetic, that given sequence is the arithmetic progression. How we can identify that? From these common difference, we find the common difference. How we find the common difference? Common difference D is equal to T2 minus T1, T3 minus T2, T4 minus T3. We get the common difference 2 each time. That is, the difference is the same. Therefore, it is called as the common difference. And when common difference D is constant, then that sequence is the arithmetic progression. And in fourth example, here is the common difference is not same, and therefore this sequence is not an AP. Now we take the example. Here question is that which of the following sequence are an AP? Find common difference. This type of question is asked in the board question paper for 1 mark. Here sequence is given that 5, 12, 19, 26. From this we identify the first term T1. T1 is equal to 5. This is the second term T2. T2 is equal to 12. T3 is equal to 19, and T4 is equal to 26. First we find how we identify that sequence is an AP from the common difference. So we first calculate the common difference D. We calculate common difference D is equal to, that is the difference between two consecutive terms. That is the D is equal to T2 minus T1. D is equal to T2 minus T1. That is the difference between two consecutive terms. T2 minus T1. T2 is the 12 and T1 is 5. 12 minus 5 is equal to 7. Therefore, D is equal to 7. D is the 7. Next, D is equal to, we find the difference between first term and second term. Now, next two terms, that is the D is equal to T3 minus T2. T3 is the 19 minus 12. It is also 7. Therefore, D is equal to 7. Next, D is equal to, next two terms, difference between T3 minus T4 minus T3 is equal to, T4 is the 26. 26 minus 19 is equal to 7. Therefore, here also D is equal to 7. Difference is the same. There, that is the common difference. D is equal to 7. That is the difference is the constant, that is same, and therefore this is, it is an AP. Therefore, common difference D is equal to 7 is constant, and therefore it is an AP. It is an AP. It means that it is an arithmetic progression. AP means arithmetic progression. Common difference D is equal to 7 is constant. Now, for identifying the sequence is the arithmetic progression or not, we first find the common difference D. And how we calculate the common difference D? That is the difference between each two consecutive terms, that is the D. And if the D, that is common difference, constant, then it is an AP. This example is asked in board question paper for 1 mark. Here also, first we write the T1 is equal to 2, T2 is equal to minus 2, T3 is equal to minus 6, and T4 is equal to minus 10. Now D is equal to, we find the D is equal to, D is equal to T2 minus T1 is equal to minus 2 minus 2 is equal to minus 4. Therefore, D is equal to minus 4. First difference is the minus 4. Next, D is equal to, now T3 minus T2. T3, value of the T3 is the minus 6. Minus 6 minus 2. Look here. Minus 6 minus 2 is equal to minus 6 minus plus 2 minus plus, that is the minus 2, it becomes plus 2. Therefore, D is equal to minus 4. Minus 6 plus 2, that is the minus 4. D, here also D is equal to minus 4. Now next, D, T4 minus T3. T4 is the minus 10 minus 6. Minus 10 minus 6 is equal to minus 10 plus 6 is equal to minus 4. Therefore, D is equal to minus 4. Here also, in all cases, D is the same. That is, the D is the constant, and therefore, common difference. Therefore, common difference D is equal to minus 4 is constant, and therefore it is an AP. Therefore it is an AP. If the common difference in given sequence, common difference D is the constant, D is the same in all cases, then it is an AP. In next example, T1 is 1, T2 is the 1, T3 is the 2, T4 is 2. D is equal to T2 minus T1 is equal to 1 minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, D is equal to 0. Here D is equal to T3 minus T2 is equal to T3 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. Therefore, D is equal to 1. D is not same. Here D is equal to 0 and here D is equal to 1. D is not same. Therefore, D is not constant. Therefore, common difference D is not constant. Common difference D is not constant and therefore it is not an AP. Then next example. In next example, T1 is equal to 2, T2 is equal to 5 upon 2, T3 is equal to 3 and T4 is equal to 7 upon 2. Now we find D is equal to T2 minus T1. T2 is the 5 upon 2 is equal to 5 upon 2 minus 2 is equal to. Now look here, denominator is not same. Therefore by cross multiplication we get 5 1 the 5. 5 minus 4 upon 2 is equal to 1 upon 2. Therefore D is equal to 1 upon 2. Look here. Next, D is equal to T3 minus T2. T3 is the 3. 3 minus 5 upon 2. That is by cross multiplication. 3 into 2, 6 minus 5 upon 2 is equal to 1 upon 2. Here also D is equal to 1 upon 2. Now next D is equal to T4 minus T3 is equal to T4 is the 7 upon 2 minus 3 is equal to by cross multiplication 7 minus 3 into 2 6 upon 2 into 1 2 is equal to 1 upon 2. That is the D is equal to 1 upon 2. You observe that carefully. In all cases D is equal to 1 upon 2. That is in all cases D is equal to constant. That is the common difference. D is equal to 1 upon 2 is constant. Therefore, it is an AP. It is an AP. Now, next example. The next question in practice set 3.1 is question 2. Write an AP. We have to write arithmetic progression whose first term is A and common difference is D is given. Here in this example we have given the first term A. First term we say the first term T1, second term T2, third term T3 and so on. Here first term T1 is also denoted by letter A. Therefore, here first term written here, first term is the A and common difference is denoted by letter D. We know that the first term is denoted by letter D. In this example, we have given the first term A and common difference D. From this, we have to write an AP. आपल्याला इथं AP लिहायचं आहे. Look here. A is equal to 200. A is the first term. Therefore, T1 is equal to, T1 means A is equal to 200. equal to A is equal to 200. Second term T2. Second term T2. We get the T2 is equal to, by adding the D in T1. T1 plus D is equal to, T1 is the 200 plus D is the 7. By adding the common difference D in previous term, we get the next term. T2 is equal to T1 plus D is equal to 200 plus 7 is equal to 207. Therefore, T3 is equal to T2 plus D. T2 is the 207 plus 7 is equal to 240. Next term, that is the T4 is equal to T3 plus common difference D. T3 is, here we write first, T3 plus D is equal to 214 plus 7 is equal to 221. Therefore, AP is equal to, we write the AP. We have the question, write an AP. We have to write AP. AP is equal to T1, T2, T3, T4 and so on. Therefore, AP is equal to 200, 207, 214 and 221 and so on. This is our answer. Now, in the second example, A is equal to 8. A means first term, that is the T1. T1 is equal to A is equal to 8. T2 is equal to, in T1 we add the common difference D. T1 plus D. We get the next term, that is the T1 is equal to 8 plus minus 5 is equal to 8 minus 5 is equal to 3. T3 is equal to T2 plus D is equal to, T2 is the 3 plus minus 5 is equal to 3 minus 5, that is the minus 2. Now, T4 is equal to T3 plus D is equal to, T3 is the minus 2. Minus 2 plus minus 5 is equal to minus 2 minus 5 is equal to minus 7. We get the T1, T2, T3, T4. Therefore, AP is equal to, we write the AP. First term is the 8, second term is the 3, third term is the minus 2 and fourth term is the minus 7 and so on. This is an AP. In next example, look here. A is equal to minus 7. A means first term, that is the T1. T1 is equal to A is equal to minus 7. Now we find the second term T2. T2 is equal to, how we find the second term? We add the common difference D in the previous term, that is the first term, then we get the T2. T2 is equal to A plus D is equal to minus 7 plus 1 upon 2. Here denominator is not same, therefore 7 into 2 minus 14 plus 1 upon 2 is equal to minus 14 and plus 1 becomes minus 13 upon 2 is equal to minus 6 upon 5. Minus 6 upon 5. Now we find the T3 is equal to T2. Here T1, we write the T1. T2 plus D is equal to. T2 is the minus 6 upon 5. Also here we take minus 13 upon 2 plus 1 upon 2. Therefore, minus 12 upon 2 is equal to minus 6. Is equal to minus 6. Here T4 is equal to T3 plus D is equal to minus 6 plus 1 upon 2. Here denominator is not same. Therefore, minus 6 into 2 minus 12 plus 1 upon 2 is equal to minus 11 upon 2 is equal to minus 5.5. Minus 5.5. Here, look here. First term of T1, that is the A is equal to minus 7. T2 is equal to minus 7 plus 2. Here denominator is not same. Therefore, by cross multiplication, 7 into 2 minus 14, 1 into 1. Here denominator is 1. That is the plus 1. Minus 14 and plus 1 becomes minus 13 upon 2. That is the minus 6 upon 5. Second, next term that is the T3 is equal to T2 minus 13 upon 2 plus 1 half is equal to, here denominator is the same. Therefore, minus 13 plus 1 becomes minus 12 upon 2 is equal to minus 6. Next, T4 is equal to minus 6 plus common difference D is equal to 1 upon 2. Here also denominator is not same. 6 into 2 minus 6 into 2 minus 12 plus 1 upon 2 is equal to minus 11 upon 2 is equal to minus 5 upon 5. Therefore, AP is equal to, that is the arithmetic progression is equal to, T1 is the minus 7, T2 minus 6.5, T3 minus 6 and T4 minus 5 upon 5 and so on. In last example, look here, A means T1. T1 is equal to A is equal to minus 1 upon 25. Now we find the T2. T2 is equal to T1 plus D is equal to minus 1 upon 25 plus 3 is equal to. Now minus 1 upon 25 plus 3, here look here, 3.0 minus 1.25 plus 3 and minus 1 upon 10. Therefore, look here, 10 minus 5, 5, 10 minus 3, 7 and here 3 minus 2, 1. Here becomes 1.75. Here 1.75. T3 is equal to T2 plus D, that is the 1.75 plus 3 is equal to 1.75 plus 3 is equal to 4.75. Now T4 is equal to T3 plus D is equal to 4.75 plus 3 is equal to 7.75, and therefore we write here AP. Therefore AP is equal to T1 minus 1.25, T2 1.75 T3 4.75, T4 70.75 and so on, and therefore this is an AP. Here we write the AP. This is our answer. Now look here. Here question is write an AP. We have given the first term A and common difference D. From the first term and the common difference we find the AP. From this you should complete the practice set 3.1. Now we stop here.